Morning. Sun is a-shining. Oh, fucking hell. nearly fell down the step. What are we doing? Your arm full of something.
Yeah. Gonna start this squash farm again.
We're not doing that. We're not doing it this year. Last year we made the mistake that many new gardeners make. We planted many squash plants. Zucchini, sorry. We had that discussion last year as well.
Yeah.
Zucchini, which is a type of squash, by the way.
Yeah.
We planted loads thinking that, well, not all of them are going to take. There's some of them that are going to die, whatever. They all survived. They all got put in the ground. And we were eating zucchini every day for about 7 months.
Yeah. But the kids do not get sick of it because they're still asking to plant some new ones. So that's what we're going to do.
Yep.
No, we're not going to plant as many. We got some zucchinis. We got some different kinds of spicy peppers. And we got tomatoes.
Yep.
And the other day we planted celery, normal peppers, and big tomatoes.
Big tomatoes.
I
Nice.
think. And now we got small tomatoes.
We did small tomatoes last year, didn't we? We got a good haul of small tomatoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you've got beef tomatoes, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be nice. If they survive.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Do you know what I was thinking earlier?
No.
Because we did them greenhouse things last year. Does that mean that we...
Greenhouse things.
Yeah, the greenhouse
yeah.
things on there. Does that mean that we can plant stuff like earlier in them than you could do otherwise? Because you can plant stuff in a greenhouse like now, can't you?
I got no idea.
That's what they're for. They're to imitate like actual greenhouse environment.
If it's -degrees in the night, it can't. Does it survive in that?
Maybe. Who knows? We'll have to Google it,
Yeah.
as always.
As last year, I had ChatGPT as my best mate doing gardening, so
Yeah.
it might come out again.
Maybe. I don't trust that robot anymore, though.
No, I don't really. It just makes shit up, don't it? It's like asking you about stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Just call me Tom GPT. Tell you what, get used to this weather.
I know. The hard thing is that you know that it's just here to tease you.
Temporarily, yeah. Sweden, there's even a name for it in Sweden, isn't it? Box log.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a name for it. It's like it tricks you when it's like it's spring and the sun comes out and it's nice and warm, and even the pollen starts coming out and everything. So those of us with hay fever feel it, and then it's like, oh no, tricked you, it's -10 again.
Yeah.
So we'll see when that happens.
Yeah.
But-
We're hoping that it'll be a little while.
Yeah.
Fine.
This is one of them annoying things as well about living out in the countryside. Right, yesterday, me and the kids spent about 2 hours washing the car and the van. Look, the van's nice and clean. Look at this. State of that. Only drove it once. Nightmare. Look at it, it's filthy again. Absolute state of that. Honestly. What's going in that one, Bella?
I don't know.
Tomatoes?
Maybe.
Peppers?
Maybe.
Oh no.
Or your favourites? Your favourite extra spicy peppers?
There. No, it's not my favorite. Chili.
Right, what have we decided on, kids?
To plant.
What are we planting?
First, squash. Yes. I do a squash.
Okay.
First, squash.
Yeah.
Is it warm enough to take
No.
a shot?
I know what you're going to ask, and the answer is no. It's not warm enough for the water slides.
No, not that.
Okay, what were you going to say?
Is it warm enough to have a short because
Short bixes. Shorts.
No.
Just called shorts in English, mate.
badbyxor så vi kan leka med blomman.
Nah, it's not warm enough for that yet.
Ja, yeah. Oops. Put that there. Okay.
Yeah, I'll get you a pen.
Thanks. ready.
Spot on that.
Spot on. Might have to have it that way around.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So you can see what it is. You want to do now?
Oh, spicy ones.
Tomatoes.
Spicy tomatoes.
Spicy tomatoes.
Tomatoes aren't spicy. I want some spicy ones.
Do we do 4 tomatoes maybe?
4 tomatoes, that's not a lot. That's barely enough for a salad.
You are so much fun.
Yeah, you.
Tiny tomatoes.
Tiny tomatoes. We're cute, Bella.
Yeah.
Is it your turn, Bella?
Yes.
You writing, are you?
Looks
Good job, Bella. Look at that. You wrote tomato all on your own. Can I see? Look how smart you are, you little sausage.
Thanks.
For a 4-year-old.
That.
Tell you what, it's better handwriting than I had when I was 4.
It's better handwriting than you've got now, mate.
Impressed with them kids.
Yeah, they are good, aren't they?
What are we planting now, Bella?
Julie Bonos.
Julie Bonos. What's a Julie Bono?
That.
Right, get them nice spicy Julie Bonos in.
Julie Bonos.
Oh. Right, and remember the rule that we had last year?
What?
Whatever we plant, we have to taste.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you gonna taste the Julie Bono when they're good enough?
Yes. How do you? Why Julie Bono?
How do you write Julie Bono? I don't actually know. Bella, how do you spell Julie Bono?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Finish.
Julie Bono's ready to go in.
There we go.
Good job.
So we said last year, before the season was ended, we were like, oh, we didn't think this through, that we didn't really know exactly. We just planted stuff in panic because we were so late home. So we were like, next year we'll make a little plan and we think about what we're planting and where we're going to have it. But now again, we've just obviously just pre-planted. So
Yeah.
we pre-planted a lot and we've got no idea where anything's going to go.
No.
So should we make a little plan for once?
Yeah, let's do that.
So
Let's have a little walk around.
yeah.
Here, this is pretty much taken up completely, isn't it, this bit?
Yeah. We've got
That's strawberries.
strawberries. It's probably going to be almost like maybe you can have something little here.
Yeah, nah. Do you know what? I
Let's
reckon with
plant-
strawberries, everybody
we're
loves
filling.
strawberries.
We're
Strawberries
filling.
are bloody expensive.
Yeah.
This is the strawberry patch. This
Yeah.
whole thing is strawberries.
We'll buy a few more plants and chuck in maybe
Yeah.
to fill it completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be the same type of strawberries if you don't want, but strawberries it is.
They're probably not going to be the same because I've got no bloody idea which kind we got.
There you go. Right, this bit's looking a bit worse for wear, but there is actually we actually got some pretty good stuff from this bit last year.
Yeah, so we had carrots, which all the rabbits ate.
Yeah.
But then we had like sugar snaps.
Yeah.
Is that what
Got
it
loads
was?
of them, didn't we?
Loads and loads. And then we had potatoes
Potatoes.
on the side there as well.
Yeah, potatoes we ended up getting loads of in the end.
Yeah, we just honestly just like the other week ate the last
Yeah.
potatoes.
They've been in the earth cellar.
Yeah, maybe squash,
Maybe some squash there, yeah. Potatoes again.
potatoes again.
Are we doing peas again?
Yeah, I think so.
Should we
The
do
kids,
proper peas this time?
Yeah,
or do we do
kids-
sugar snaps again?
proper peas, I think, because the kids ate the sugar snaps like
As
it
if
was
they were proper peas,
Yeah.
yeah. This bit's taken up by raspberries that you got for Mother's Day.
Yeah, no. Autumn raspberries.
Yeah.
Just broke it.
Did you break it? You? I got that on video.
Here's my peach tree,
Mhm.
and here we are having a little nap.
That's
Here's Tom
there's
having
me
a little nap.
down there. Yep.
These will come out when we start travelling, so it looks like somebody still lives here. Put them in the window, like Home Alone. Saving them.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be safe forever. They are. Let's be honest.
Don't know who's looked most rough, her or me.
I was gonna say she's still looking pretty good, to be honest. All things considered. Right, this bit you don't need to look at because it's an absolute mess. Right, what are we thinking here then?
this is my rhubarb spot, so they're going to come back up.
Do they come back up, do they? You don't have to plant them again?
Yeah, no, they come over
Okay, because there's nothing there at all, is there?
No, they will come back up.
Right. Well, that's good then.
I got no idea what to put here, to be honest. We had some tomatoes here last year, and they were quite alright. I know. I went to the other side of the house. Lost forever.
Yeah, you lost your little ducklings, didn't you?
I don't really know. The squash loved here.
Yeah.
And there.
Yeah.
They were our best plants.
Yeah.
That one behind you, that was our best plant.
Yeah. So what you're saying is we've got a squash plant around the other side, a squash plant with the potatoes, maybe 2 squash plants here, and maybe a squash plant behind me.
No, I didn't say that. I
Return of the
was,
squash,
I
mate, this is.
was talking about
I
what
can
we
see
had
it
last
happening.
year.
I can see it happening already. Return of the squash.
Well, I would rather have too much squash than too much cayenne peppers.
What? You don't know what you're on about, mate, you. Right, just before we move on, I think we decided on a squash and some celery there.
Yeah, I need to Google and see how celery likes it.
Yeah.
But I think maybe we had broccoli up here last year, I remembered.
Yeah.
And I think maybe celery is like a broccoli.
Yeah, I was going to say the broccolis did really well.
Until the caterpillars ate them.
Until they got eaten by caterpillars.
1 million of them.
Disgusting. And then over there in that little pot over there, that's mint.
Yeah, it looks very happy and healthy.
Yeah, winter, mate. Strategically placed in a pot.
Yeah.
If you grow mint, then you know. If you know, then you know.
Then you know. Oh yeah, we had an idea here last year. I don't know if we got too many ideas and we got too much to do. Because we obviously need to fix the roof.
Yeah.
We also desperately need to paint the house.
Yeah.
And all the windows.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to tell you my idea anyway. Or our idea, because we were discussing this last year.
Let's talk about the fun stuff instead.
Yeah, exactly. Scrap everything else. Yeah, so here we were talking about how nice it would be to like plant something that climbs.
Yeah.
So if you dig out a little bit here, plant, I don't know, we found a kiwi berry.
That's what I was just about to say. I'm obsessed with them.
Yeah.
I really want to grow them. They look like grapes.
Yeah.
They like that, look like grapes, but then on the inside they look like kiwis.
Yeah.
And apparently they taste really good.
Yeah.
I've never even tasted one, but I want to grow loads of them.
Yeah. So
Wrecking place here.
fixed it. So yeah, if you just dig up, plant 1 million kiwi berries here,
Yeah.
and then you build a net up, so you've got something to climb up on.
Yeah.
And then you cover the bits you don't see
All
in
that.
under the house.
Yeah, because we were going to put a fence there or something to cover that up.
Yeah,
But I think it's loads more fun covering it with climbing plants.
exactly. Here we got, I think this is the lemon thyme that's coming, like that's still here.
Yeah.
And apparently they're supposed to just pop back up.
Yeah, well, that looks pretty healthy to say to say how everything else looks.
Still smells nice.
Does it still smell, does it?
Actually. Yeah, so in here we had like basil, spinach, lettuce, just a few bits like that.
Mm.
And lettuce was alright in here because everywhere else everything gets eaten. But
Yeah.
for some reason they didn't go into this
No.
one. I don't know why, but they didn't. So I'm gonna hope that they do the same thing this year. They
Yeah.
stay out of it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we do need to be extra careful because the amount of stuff that's been eaten by deer already this year is insane. They've eaten like fairy lights. We had some fairy lights up in the fairy garden. Ate them.
Plastic flowers.
Plastic flowers.
Plastic plants
Like
that we put out for the fairy garden for the kids to still have it nice through the winter.
Yeah.
Ate all of that. They've even ate on the squirrel bird cafe.
Yeah.
Not just the food, I mean.
Yeah, they've
ate
eaten the actual cafe.
cafe, so
Yeah.
they broke that. They munched on my apple tree. Did
Yeah.
you see that?
Yeah, you're not going to get no apples on there, mate.
Bastards, honestly.
Yeah. In the greenhouse, we had tomatoes and peppers and stuff like that. I think we're going to do the chili peppers in one
Chili peppers,
and tomatoes in the other.
tomatoes. You know,
You took your socks off, your shoes.
Yes.
I've already glued that once. His head fell off last year. Yeah.
I having like a car now.
Also, just had a little break, a little sit down on the end of the giant slides that we installed last year. That's another task for this year, I think. I think we're going to paint it. We said that we were going to do that. We didn't get a chance last year, but it is a bit of an eyesore, especially the graffiti up the sides. So, don't know what colour we're going to go for, but I think it's probably a good idea to paint it. Obviously, we need to find some good paint, some good sliding paint. I think I'm going to find some like marine paint or like boat paint or whatever, because I've got a feeling that that'll make for a good slide, a good sliding surface, that, I reckon.
The archway we used for the wedding, in case you fancy marrying me again.
One and done, mate. It's for me tomatoes now.
Oh yeah, replaced by tomato.
I reckon we space everything out a bit more this year. I think that this one for tomatoes and that one for chilies
Chilies.
and peppers. And yeah, chilies and peppers.
We do this now. We plan everything and we plant everything and we'll sort everything. But the plan is for us to leave the day that Charlie finishes school, and then we're not going to be home all summer.
No, we're going to jump in the van and disappear for like 2-3 months.
Yeah, so I don't really know why we're doing this, but it's
We should really be planting stuff that's very little maintenance.
yeah,
That'd be a much better way of tackling this.
squash.
Squash is pretty low maintenance, isn't it?
Remember when we'd been to Ireland for 2 weeks and came home?
Yeah, and we had those giant ones that were bigger than the kids. Jesus Christ, look at the size of that. That is insane.
There is.
Bigger than Charlie's leg.
Size of Charlie's leg.
Yeah.
Probably thicker than Charlie's leg.
Yeah.
This bastard. I don't know how many times I tried to get him out.
Oh, really? We need to...
I broke so many spades trying to get him out.
Yeah, that's why we've got no garden tools anymore.
Yeah. Broke like 3 or 4 spades.
We need to
Plus
get
a
pitchfork.
Yeah.
We need to get the guys here for Stubfest.
Yeah, we do. That's an invitation, Isak and Albert.
Yeah, there you go. We'll buy some beers.
Promise, we'll buy some beers.
Some pizzas.
We got kitchen now.
Yeah, we can cook for you. Come and help us.
Yeah.
One thing that we also need to think about here, when we're thinking about planting stuff, is that we do desperately need to paint the house. And we need to redo these, because this is just like plywood that's just been painted and coloured over time. So we're going to be ripping all that off. We're going to be putting something there and then painting the panels as well. So something to think about.
I'd rather not. We're not even going to be finished inside. And then we're like, oh yay, let's go outside. And it's like,
First of all, fix the roof.
Yeah.
And then when we're done with that,
Start painting.
start painting.
Do windows.
Yep. Fun. Could almost start on the windows now, to be honest.
I think it's too humid out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Great excuse. I'm happy with that.
It's going to look so nice when it's finished though, because now, like, when you see, because you can see the house from like miles from there.
Yeah, when you drive down up
Yeah.
the road there, you can see.
And you see this little scruffy cabin now.
Yeah.
But when it's painted and it's like actually black around the windows and it like actually looks good, you're gonna look at that house from there and you think, that's cute.
That's a cute little house,
Yeah.
cute little cabin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, it just looks like a shed that's falling apart.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, what the fuck are those rednecks doing over there? Didn't they have a bathtub on the decking?
There we go. Little seed daycare started once again for the year. So we'll see how they start popping up, eh?
I know.
Excited?
I said a few weeks ago, I was like, I don't know if I can be bothered because it's like we just sorted the hallway out and now we're gonna have these stood inside forever. And then I was like, you know what? I think it's quite fun. You think it's fun. The kids think it's fun. Like, you might as well.
It's like there's clutter everywhere. Like it might as well be useful clutter.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So on this little channel of ours, we have got an awful habit of not updating you guys on projects that we've started. Not today. That is not the case. Last week, if you were watching along, you remember the saga of the bathtub. I think we ended last week's video with us in the bathroom, like basically just putting it in and saying that we needed to fix up the plumbing. I've done that, so it's in now completely, and it's hello, 1 second, and yeah, it's functional. It's totally functional. It's working. A treat, actually. So there you go, bathtub in. Not the prettiest bathroom ever, obviously. Like I said last week, we haven't touched the bathroom at all up until doing this. So put up a new shower curtain rail and a curtain and all that stuff. The bath works, it's functional. The only one thing is I've realised that we might need to lower it a little bit, because I had a shower for the first time in here yesterday, and when you're standing in the shower, like, there's the ceiling, look, and you're standing like the shower. Yeah, I suppose the shower's not in a too bad position, but you're standing like above the shower rail and like that far away from the ceiling. Now I am quite a small human being. Compared to those in Sweden, at least. I'm totally average in the UK, which is slightly below average in Sweden. Just in height, though, that is, obviously. Not in intelligence or anything like that. And so, obviously, if we ever have guests that are slightly taller than us, they're going to be showering like this, which is not loads of fun. But there's not really much you can do about stuff like that. I'm going to lower the bath as much as it goes, which I think is about that much, and the rest of it is just, it is what it is, mate. You can't have everything in this life, can you? And that includes a shower how you exactly want it. So at some point we're going to renovate this bathroom, definitely needs doing, and we'll tackle the problem then. For now, we'll just do the best of it. One thing that I'm going to do today is, you see on the other side here, I've put some duct tape up. If you watched last week, you might remember that we had like a glass door panel type thing here that was screwed into the wall, and the actual walls behind the PVC wallpaper type thing is drywall. It's gypsum, as we call it, like just drywall. So obviously not ideal right next to a shower, because if you get any moisture in drywall, it becomes wet wall, and that's not what you want. So I'm going to pop some silicone on that. Malin has varnished a nice little piece of wood. We're all about doing stuff on the cheap on this channel, obviously, as you know. So we took a nice little bit of wood, varnished it this dark oaky type colour, varnish that we had left from when we did the kitchen table. And as often happens with our little ideas and stuff, we're going to fix the problem by putting a bit of wood over it. So silicone in the holes to seal it, and then a little bit of dark wood to finish it off. That'll look fine, that will. Pop that there, forget the duct tape, and it'll look like it was meant to be there. Spot on. Right, there we go. That, my friends, is how you do a little quick fix. I think that'll be spot on. That it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to hide, you know, the ugly bit where it was before. And to be honest, once you've got the curtains over there and stuff, you're not really going to be able to see it apart from on the inside anyway. So happy days. Good old quick fix family we are, aren't we? But there we go. I think probably counts as a pretty successful week, that, I'd say, all in all. We've had a bit of a quiet one again, but it's been nice. Sometimes you need these weeks especially when it's been like nice weather, like it has been. It's nice to get a head start on like planting stuff and knowing that when the time comes, stuff can go in the ground and yeah, we'll have veg on its way, because that is actually what we're all about here in this family, is being a bit more self-sustainable, growing our own food as much as we can, and stuff like that. So it feels like we've got a bit more of a plan this year as well. Last year we just sort of like threw stuff into the ground as and when. So this year we've got a bit more of a plan, and I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to work nicely. We've got a nice mix of stuff. But thank you very much for tagging along with us once again this week. Lovely to have you here on board. Massive thanks to the channel members. Thanks to everybody who left a comment on last week's video. We had loads and loads of comments about the blinds and about the reveal in the kitchen, and especially about the surprise bathtub. Like, the kids' reaction was wicked, and loads of you commented. And yeah, it was lovely to hear from you all. So feel free to leave us a little thumbs up and a comment and all that stuff. And we'll see you next weekend. Have a good one. Bye.